place shrouded in mystery, isolating dictators and hidden secrets. This country didn't allow tourism for 40 years and made it illegal to own anything. We're about to spend 6 days in Albania, so now is a good time to explain why it used to be called the North Korea of Europe. After World War II, Albania transformed into a Stalinist state, the form of communism associated with Joseph Stalin's rule in the Soviet Union. This meant totalitarian control, rapid industrialization, collectivization, and brutal repression. The new regime nationalized all industries, confiscated private property, and implemented collectivization, forcibly reorganizing individual peasant farms into state-controlled collectives. Farmers were made to pool their land, livestock.
Wait. So the government just completely took over, forced these people to work 25/8, and then took their farms? Is that what he just said?
And tools, ending private ownership in agriculture. This drastic change
so there's no private ownership
and tightened state control, but often led to resistance and food shortages. Daily life for ordinary Albanians was defined by scarcity and strict control. Religion was banned. Food and consumer goods were rationed, with long lines forming for basic necessities.
The government was rationing out food and clothing? Nah, bro. They tried that shit here. That would be bad, I think. I think that there's just too many people here.
Owning a private car was a rare privilege, usually reserved for high-ranking party members. Television sets were uncommon, and those lucky enough to have one could only tune into the state-run channel, which broadcast a steady stream of propaganda. The secret police, known as the Sigarimi, maintained a vast network of informants. It's estimated that 1 in 3 Albanians were either members or collaborators, creating an atmosphere of constant suspicion and fear. Travel was severely restricted. Leaving the country was considered treason, punishable by imprisonment or death. Even internal movement was controlled, with citizens needing permission to travel between towns or change jobs. By the late 1970s, Albania's isolation reached absurd levels. It had cut ties with both the Soviet Union and China. The economy, initially held up by Soviet and then Chinese aid, stopped growing. Without outside support or trade, Albania's outdated industries struggled to meet basic needs. By the 1980s, the country's infrastructure was crumbling and blackouts were common. Education, while universal, was heavily politicized. Students spent as much time studying Albanian communist theory as they did on traditional subjects. Foreign languages were taught, but practicing them with actual foreigners was nearly impossible. When communism fell,
the government controls everything. They control the schooling. They put their own propaganda and shit and political ideals into the school, but then they teach them foreign language, but you can't even leave your town without permission from the government? Like, why are you learning foreign language just to not use it? It's like holding a carrot in front of a rabbit and just dangling it there while he's in his cage and can't get it for like a fucking ever.
In 1991, Albanians emerged from decades of isolation to find a world utterly transformed. The legacy of this unique and often brutal experiment in extreme communism continues to shape Albania, leaving scars and stories that we will undoubtedly cross paths with during our time here.
Very sorry for the delay that you had to
Not your fault,
experience. And I heard good things about him. He spoke in a, yes,
good.
Yes.
Would be a whole different story. The opposite.
I mean,
What did you do today?
We went to Mount
Daiji?
Sorry, took the cable car all the way up to the tip. Saw some horses. Saw some bunkers.
Yo, what?
I'm so excited to see everything.
Finally made it!
From the preview and then like that random bunker at the top of a mountain where cable cars go, like it just seems like the government just took over and fortified everything for like a war or some kind of attack or something along those lines.
I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Have a nice time.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
What's the dilemma? There's no one here to check us in, and you think it's room 107?
I
He's
think
like
it is 107 because
pretty
they checked
sure.
me in at 107, you know? Worst case, I mean, we paid for it. The sign says we are at the bar. Contact us.
Hilarious, see? Well, we're just gonna take this key and see
Wait, what? This is We Are at the Bar. Contact us.
Sign says we're at the bar.
Hilarious, see? Well, we're just gonna take this key and see what happens here. After you.
Oh my god, this is where the magic is about to happen.
The magic is gonna be how quickly can I fall asleep?
It's like Sprite, but very limiting.
Oh my god, you're right.
Right?
Losing your throat. Have that.
Oh, that is good.
It's like a liquid warhead.
There you go.
Thank you.
Fries.
Yo, that looks so good. What the fuck? It is tzatziki sauce.
So country number 2, Albania.
If that was like the bread and butter that they bring to you at the table when you go to a restaurant here, I'm going to Albania. Because if you bring me fries, bread, and tzatziki, like what the hell? We're the same. Maybe I'm just secretly Albanian.
We made it.
We lost an entire day. Tomorrow, today, we have to re-scramble the entire plan because everything's all messed up. We were supposed to go to all these prisons and castles and abandoned military bases and national parks. Now we got to figure out how to do it all in one last day. For the record, we get up in 6 hours and then we do 45 things tomorrow. Albania, na 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 na, Albania, na 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 da 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 da.
Is that what the song says?
What supervillain lives in this country?
Albania.
Nice. Albania will be nice.
What's a construction worker's favorite thing to use out here?
I can't think of it.
Alcrania.
What's a dude's
That was
favorite
funny as
thing to
fuck.
get from a woman here?
What?
Albania. Well, I feel like I'm third wheeling in these people's bed right now. It's an odd camera angle.
Bro, is that your breakfast?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's so funny. What glasses was I just wearing, Ginger?
That looks good as
I was
fuck.
like, I look too douchey in these, so I took them off. I literally just had that moment, bro. Do you know who Sheldon is?
Yeah.
Does Sheldon have a Southern Belle accent?
How y'all doing?
Kind of.
Listen to this and tell me this is Southern Belle.
You help me work out the masses of all the fermions, and you compass my
That was not southern at all.
Yeah, that's Southern?
It has like the inflection. I don't know.
Does that sound like a Southern accent to you?
Well, if you've actually seen the
See?
show, you know.
To him, no. Wait, hold on. So you said no, you said no, you said yes. That's 2-1 me.
I can see the southern Matthew McConaughey's accent.
This city has been strangled by fascists, occupied by Nazis, crushed under communism, and reborn from the ashes. From a war-torn battleground to Europe's most colorful capital, Tirana's transformation in less than 100 years is miraculous.
Holy shit.
Here's why. Tirana was founded in 1614 when Ottoman General Suleiman Barjini established it as a small market town with just a mosque, bathhouse, and bakery. Things got chaotic in the 1900s, starting with the Balkan Wars, when Serbian forces briefly occupied the city. In 1917, Austrian forces created the first city plan, and in 1920, the new Albanian state chose this settlement of just 17,000 people as its capital. In 1939, Mussolini's Italy invaded Albania, making Tirana the center of a puppet government. As World War II raged on, the city became a focal point of resistance. Communist resistance forces led by Enver Hoxha and nationalist movements fought against Italian and then German occupiers. The city saw fierce
Hold on.
battles, sabotage
I'm confused.
operations. Mussolini's Italy invaded Albania, making Tirana
Okay,
the
so
center of
Italy
a puppet government. As World War
invaded
II raged
Albania.
on, the city became a focal point of resistance. Communist resistance forces led by Enver Hoxha and nationalist movements fought against Italian and then German occupiers. The city saw fierce battles, sabotage operations, and brutal counterattacks. On November 17, 1944, Hoxha's forces liberated the city after a 20-day battle, marking the
Damn.
beginning of his nearly 5 decades of communist rule. Under his iron fist, Tirana became a paranoid fortress city. Eddie Rama launched creative urban renewal projects, famously painting drab communist-era buildings in bright colors. Today, over
That's kinda dope,
900,000
actually.
people call the greater
That's a great idea. Like instead of them being like a bleak, kind of gross reminder, they're like bright, vibrant buildings now. It does kind of lighten up the the view a little bit, the atmosphere, I guess.
Thousands saw a transformation under Mayor Eddie Rama, who launched creative urban renewal projects, famously painting
Like that looks way better than just like even these.
drab communist era buildings in bright colors. Today, over 900,000 people call the greater Tirana area home. Tirana's explosive rebirth is a double-edged sword. Those same streets that once echoed with gunfire and political prisoners' whispers are now choked with traffic and smog. As solutions to these modern issues emerge, one thing is certain: this city's story is far from over.
Dior, Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton. Oh shoot. Why do I feel like I want matching tracksuits?
Russia, dog, isn't it? That's Baltic.
Eastern European.
Yeah.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're passing off to the stars.
Oh, the off-white? Okay.
We wanna go.
Bro, Albania looks tough as fuck. Like, it's like baby New York. This is cool as hell.
Welcome to Albania, day one for us. It's been a bit of a rough start to get here. We actually missed our entire flight yesterday, but we're here, we're in Tirana, and now we're gonna basically make up for lost time.
Yeah.
The plan today is to see
Yo,
everything in
what?
Tirana,
That city square was so dope. They had a fucking Ferris wheel.
all of it, the pyramid, Mount Daichi,
Dude.
the bunkers, the art,
Cafes, the bazaars, everything.
all of it. And then still, we are going to an abandoned prison with
I want to travel so
pretty
bad, bro.
crazy history.
Yep.
And Jader, it's an abandoned air base as well, with planes still in it from the Cold War era. We're going there. We're still going further north to Razafa Castle, a haunted castle, going there after hours. And then we're still going up to Fes,
Yes.
a mountainous city, village,
Yeah.
crazy place. So
That's a lot for one day.
that's the plan for today as of right now.
Let's go.
This is the country that banned God. Worshippers were imprisoned, religious leaders executed, and prayers whispered in terrified silence. For over 20 years, Albania waged a merciless war on faith. How is it possible that an entire nation became atheist overnight? In 1967, Albania's
'Cause they
communist
had
leader
to.
Enver Hoxha, following extreme ideologies, thought religion was dangerous for the country's unity. He took an old saying that the religion of Albanians is being Albanian and turned it into a harsh new law that made practicing any religion illegal. Almost overnight, people's
That's
everyday
kinda crazy.
lives were severely changed. Churches and mosques were either closed or destroyed. Families had to give up traditions they'd passed down through generations. Schools taught children that God wasn't real. Possessing religious texts could lead to imprisonment or death. Even religious-sounding names were banned. By 1976, Albania declared itself the world's first atheist country. Yet behind closed doors, many kept their faith alive through secret rituals and quiet devotion. This ban lasted until 1990, when the communist government fell. Today, Albania's religious landscape is diverse.
Bro, 1990? This wasn't even that long ago that this stopped. Like, that was in some of y'all's lifetime. And now it's just this great, beautiful place. So what? It's 2025, 1990. Do the math. Do the math, because I'm not doing the math. I'm bad at math. I can't even do simple addition. 2025 minus 1990. What is it? Someone tell me. Thank you.
About 50% Muslim, 15% Christian, and 14% believers without a denomination. The wildest part? After decades of forced atheism, less than 4% of Albanians now consider themselves atheists. Even the fear of death
Damn.
couldn't end belief. Ironically, the attempt to ban God turned Albania into a place where people of different faiths and those without are proud to coexist.
The Orthodox Church
That's pretty
in
great.
Albania during communism, they make sure that they oppress the religion. So the cult of individual like Enver Hoxha was, for example, was focused only on him.
Dude, that's amazing.
This is the main square of Tirana. Relatively it's new, it's nearly 7 years that it's been constructed. There is a tendency in Albania that when a government changes, it changes the things that the government before did.
Everything?
Look at this place. That is beautiful. I mean, you got like this mural over here just painted on the side of the building. There's like a little merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel. It's like the city square. Where's that church at? This is the church. Like, bro. Albania is fucking awesome.
Not everything, but some things. But they like to do that a lot. The square is called Jelika Sriotsinebeu. From our national hero, there's also a statue of him in the square.
He was kidnapped as a child, trained to be a killing machine, and became an empire's deadliest weapon until he changed history by betraying his masters. This is the story of Skanderbeg, a man whose exploits were so extraordinary that he became the national hero of Albania. Here's how. Born in 1405 as George Kastriati, he was taken hostage as a boy by the Ottoman Sultan and raised in their elite military corps. He excelled, becoming a general and earning the name Skanderbeg, meaning Lord Alexander, after Alexander the Great. But in 1443, he made a daring choice. After decades of being raised, trained, and fighting side by side with his captors, he deserted the Ottoman army, raced back to Albania, and seized the fortress of Kruja. This act sparked a rebellion
Holy shit.
to defy an empire. In 1444, Skanderbeg did the unthinkable. He united Albania's battling clans into an alliance called the League of Lesja. For 25 years, this alliance held off the might of the Ottoman Empire. Skanderbeg's military genius became legendary. In 1450, he defeated a massive Ottoman army of 100,000 men, sending the Sultan himself fleeing in disgrace. The Pope gave him the title Champion of Christ for defending Christian Europe. Central to Skanderbeg's legacy is the double-headed eagle, an ancient symbol in the coat of arms of his family. When he returned to Kru in 1443 after fleeing the Ottomans, he raised a red flag bearing this emblem, showing his allegiance to the people he was taken from as a boy. Today, Skanderbeg's double-headed eagle is Albania's flag, a lasting symbol of his impact. Even after his death in 1468, Skanderbeg's legend grew. Sailors invoked his name for protection. The Ottomans, once his enemies, believed his bones held mystical power. More than just a military commander, he was the man who united a nation and showed that with courage, even the mightiest empire could be resisted. Skanderbeg remains to this day the enduring hero of Albania.
What was this before with the old government?
Still a square, but
Okay.
For that to be like the origin story of your country is fucking dope. That is the dopest country origin story. I don't know. I didn't want to say it twice, but I didn't really know what to say. So I just kind of said it twice, but I don't. That was bad. You know, that was the dopest story to start a country ever. Yeah. It really was cool as fuck though. What do we say in America? Like, yo, bunch of European guys sailed over here on a ship and just had dinner with the natives and then took stuff.
It was a different architecture, let's say.
Also they tore everything down,
Yeah.
rebuilt it. Got it. Between government's like a bad breakup.
Yeah, I was
They
thinking that.
redecorate everything and they go, get her shit out of here. She hated pink, everything's black now.
Yeah, exactly.
When communism fell, I was born.
You came out of the womb and they said, no more. Boom.
Our generation, let's say, like, experienced it the most.
The
Transition, let's say.
Yeah.
That's true. Because the beginning was, let's say, very bad.
Because it doesn't happen
The
overnight.
infrastructure, of course.
Right, okay.
But it's very different if you compare it to 30 years.
How long do you think it's been in this current state?
10
Right?
years.
You had a 20-year transition period from the end of communism to
Yes.
modern day.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Tirana is relatively new as a capital. It was declared the capital in 1920. And the main architecture that you see, for example, Bank of Albania and all the other ministry buildings are built by the Italians.
Oh,
The
okay.
Italians came
Huh.
here, gave a loan to Albania. They created puppet states, sort of, and the main roads, the main buildings, so the main infrastructure. Because Albania till that point was very wild and very unorganized. Let's say.
Wait, so the Italians built their main infrastructure like that bank? Like they came over there, huh? I know, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
What is
Communist
this?
era, modern
It's
era.
What are all the names on the ground?
Oh, I never noticed this.
So there is another thing about this square. Each piece of stone that you see here come from a different city. So you didn't learn anything about Chams at all.
I don't think so, no.
Okay. The Chams were a group of Albanians that lived in a province that now is controlled by Greece. During the Second World War, they committed a genocide towards the Cham population, and they fled from their native land to Albania. And the genocide was perpetrated by both, so Greece forces and English forces. During the Second World War, yeah.
How much caffeine is in this?
Milligrams, you mean?
Yeah.
100.
Really?
Yeah.
How do we say cheers?
Gazur.
Gazor?
Gazur.
All right.
Gazor.
Gazor.
You drink it or you just knock it
No,
off?
I'm
Sip on
sipping
its
it.
own.
Oh, okay.
It's really hot. I think you and I are the same with coffee. I don't like it either. I have to have sugar and cream. Yep. Yep.
Put all the sugar, babe.
It's the bitterness.
Dude, my tongue does not like that at all.
My tongue loves it.
My tongue likes candy. Wow. That does something weird to my body. The tip of my tongue just goes, ah. All right, go ahead. You try yours.
Of a person. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to you?
Yeah. It's not bitter at all.
What? Did you
What the fuck?
No. Yeah,
Dude,
What?
that is so weird that people's taste buds are like that. I've seen people just bite a tomato, just bite into it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of sweet. Tomatoes are sweet." I bite into a tomato, and it tastes like I just ate gooey ground nut. Like, what the fuck, dude? Elton's over there drinking coffee, freaking the fuck out, making all these crazy faces. He drinks it. It's not even bitter at all. Like, how the fuck are our taste buds so different?
A bit of a kick, but like not bad at all.
You
I
just
don't
have
know.
like diluted taste buds?
No, my taste buds are amazing.
Our taste buds are superior than yours.
I don't think they are. I think I taste everything at a stronger level than you do.
That might also be a side effect of a lot of energy drinks that we drink.
All right, let's chill the fuck out, doctor.
Man, this is delicious.
Yeah, I'm fine. That did something to me.
Oh no, like bad?
I don't know.
Like, you gonna have to go to the bathroom?
I hope not. That'd be crazy. That little thing
Well,
did it.
usually coffee makes you have to poop.
Okay, guys.
Where to next?
So we're exploring.
Okay, guys. I think coffee makes everybody have to poop. If you don't have to poop after you drink coffee, that's kind of wild.
The family that owned most.
Was that a bunker in the middle of the goddamn street? Yeah, it's a bunker in the middle of the street.
The family that owned most of the Tirana, but during the communism they confiscated their land and their wealth. After communism fell, they returned something. One of them was the castle of Tirana.
Crazy. So they just kept the walls and repurposed the inside.
Yeah. At this point, it's only restaurants, bars, and souvenir shops.
You know how long they've been building it?
7 years, probably. But they're delaying it on purpose.
Oh, why?
Because there is a fight going on inside the Muslim community. This mosque was built by the president of Turkey. They don't have their man as the leader of the Islamic community in Albania.
Got
And they're infighting right now. After they settle something, they will open up.
So it's ready to go.
Yeah, it's
They're
ready to
just
go. Yeah,
refusing to
it's on
open.
purpose. Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Huh.
That work a lot in India, in Calcutta. Also, the airport is called Mother Teresa Airport.
Mother Teresa's from Albania.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
That's cool.
Oh.
It was declared a saint by the Pope, so it was a very important figure, let's say,
This is a real
of
deal.
humanity. Yeah.
I bet you if I were to Google right now, like most interesting things about Albania, Mother Teresa being from here would be like top 5.
That's crazy.
Say famous Albanian people?
No.
None at all?
No.
Oh, Dua Lipa.
Well, yeah.
Dua Lipa's Albanian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dua Lipa's Albanian.
Rita Ora is Albanian.
Uh-huh.
Ava Max,
Okay.
yeah, it's also Albanian.
Yeah, and Dua Lipa said that when she grew up here, there were never a lot of concerts here. So then she started like a festival here, right? Like
Yes,
a music
yes, yes,
festival.
yes,
So
yes.
that way people from Albania could enjoy music. 'Cause she grew up
That's right.
being jealous.
Formula is normal.
Yeah, no, it's on purpose. So this is the pyramid of Tirana.
Oh, hilarious.
You've heard of the Great Pyramid of Giza, the mysterious Mayan pyramid of Chichen Itza, triumphs of human ingenuity and ancient engineering. Well, this is the least Great Pyramid. Welcome
That
to
is not
Albania's
facts.
Tirana
That is a great pyramid.
Truly the participation trophy of pyramids. We traveled halfway across the planet to see the world's most mediocre marvel. Here's why. Built in
That is a wonderful
1988,
pyramid.
This structure was never meant to be a tourist attraction. It was originally built to be a museum dedicated to Albania's former dictator and generally insane person, Enver Hoxha. The structure was designed by his daughter and her husband and constructed 3 years after his death.
That makes
Though it was
sense.
never intended to be Hoxha's final resting place, it is mockingly called Enver Hoxha's Mausoleum. When communism fell in 1991, nobody wanted a shrine to remind them of the old regime, so the pyramid became a white elephant, expensive, ugly, and seemingly useless. Not knowing what to do with it, the pyramid was left to crumble. Local kids turned it into a giant, probably not very
Dude,
safe
that's dope.
slide. The government kept
That's dope
threatening
as
to
fuck.
tear it down, but Albanians protested. Love it or hate it, this weird pyramid had become part of Tirana's identity. Over the years, this place has been everything from a conference center to a military base during the Kosovo War. It's even spent time as a nightclub. In 2023, the pyramid was given new life, reopening as Tumo Tirana, a tech education center for Albanian youth. They've even added stairs to the outside, so you can climb to the top legally and safely. Inside, colorful boxes contain classrooms, cafes, and startup offices. The once dark, oppressive museum has become an open, vibrant space for creativity and innovation. It's like the whole country is literally and figuratively rising above its past, making
Yo, that's cool as fuck. That's a great idea.
the least great pyramid in the world a useful one.
It was originally built as a mausoleum for Enver Hoxha from the dictator. It got never used as such.
Oh, so he
Instead,
actually built it the same way the Egyptians did. He wanted it as like
A
a tomb.
typical, it's a typical pyramid, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's a youth center.
And it used to be a nightclub, right?
Yes, was also the main headquarters of the biggest TV station.
Oh,
in
okay.
Albania.
So it's had a lot of different purposes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Besides being a
Through the
monument.
years. Yeah.
I'm glad I got that.
That's a lot of stairs, bro.
One of the most stairs I've climbed in years.
You good?
I need water. At least I got your fall.
You fell.
No. Cut that out.
Put that in 5 more times.
Bro, I got the best junk in Albania. They don't even know.
Hey, yo, bro. Hey, fucking yo, Jerry.
So have you ever heard like air raid sirens? You would just come in here.
Oh, it's
Wow.
And then,
they're
yeah,
air raid
lock your weapon in.
bunkers.
Crazy.
This is what they mean when they had 700,000. The lot
Yeah.
were really small.
Yeah.
I was picturing those massive ones.
Yeah, there's 700,000 of these everywhere.
This is a cute and cozy one.
That is
Imagine living in a country where
crazy.
they're constantly building this and you just like permanently think you're gonna get destroyed.
You probably just always know which one you live closest to and you're ready at any time.
How many people do you think they would pack in here?
I mean, as many as you could fit, I guess. You could fit 10.
That's crazy.
Wow, cool. That's crazy.
Bunker dust?
Harder.
Harder is crazy. We got Jerry throwing ass, Elton slapping ass, Ginger yelling harder.
Everywhere. It was guarded by a full battalion.
What is going on, bro?
If you were
Albania
normal
changed
citizen,
them.
For example, you could not enter in this neighborhood.
Now this is the block.
This is the party town you'd be killed for trying to enter. Once a heavily guarded sanctuary for a tyrant and his inner circle, this is now Albania's most popular nightlife hotspot. But just 30 years ago, stepping foot here meant certain death. Welcome to Ish Baloku, where dictators' mansions became nightclubs. Here's why. During the communist era, Ish Baloku, now
If like a communist ever runs your country and you guys just like fuck them up, the best thing you can do is turn their great communist I am the most greatest person in the world ass mansion into a fucking nightclub where dudes are like doing coke off the back of the toilet in the bathroom. Best thing. That's top tier, like top tier.
now commonly called the Block, was a heavily guarded enclave in the heart of Tirana, accessible only to the ruling elite. It was an exclusive domain, a closely guarded playground for the communist leadership, hidden in plain sight. Since Hoxha's paranoia grew with each passing day, the block was often left unmarked on most maps to remain as secretive as possible. Armed guards stood on every corner, ensuring that ordinary Albanians were simply not allowed in. Arrest or even death could very well be the consequence. When communism fell in 1991, the once forbidden bloc burst into life, becoming the center for Albania's wild rush towards capitalism. While Hoxha's home still stands here, a dramatic growth of new developments has taken place. This incredible shift from secretive communist stronghold to vibrant party central mirrors Albania.
Every girl that I've seen and like paid attention to in this video that is in Albania is bad as fuck. Like, why does is Albania just like limitless resources? Like, I gotta go to Albania.
Albania's larger journey. The country has gone from being one of the most isolated
over
in
with.
Europe to a
It's over with.
bustling,
That's my decision
forward-looking
right there.
nation, and we plan to experience as much of it as we can.
Oh, that's Emperor Hoxha's house?
Oh, Emperor Host.
Oh, wow.
It's now being reconstructed to serve as a museum.
Okay. Wow. Why did I think his house would be like
No,
much bigger?
Castle,
Yeah.
right? Like a castle? Yeah.
You have to imagine Albania in those times. Typical family, for example, lived 10 people inside one apartment.
Oh.
So Enver Hoxha had an entire villa for himself, a swimming pool, and beside this, the state owned villas all over Albania. So they can go on vacations, or he didn't use them by himself only. All the ministers or deputies can use them.
Okay, got it.
In
So
different
he lived
periods.
a luxurious life.
Of course. There are tunnels beneath the block and the main ministries of Tirana that connect each other.
Okay.
They're also
shit.
anti-atomic bunkers. So even in an atomic, they could survive.
Oh, wow.
And it's a block because if you see from atop the neighborhood, it's in the shape of a square. Yeah.
It's another square.
Another square.
You guys are very good with the squares. They're very good with the squares.
And the pyramids.
And the pyramids.
Bears in the
Dude,
pyramids.
that was like my worst topic. Geometry and calculus. Did you say P? Oh, P. What? Girl, I was killing it.
Did you just refer to my fiance as girl? Did you literally just say girl? I was killing it?
Yes. Yeah, you guys do honk a lot here. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing.
This is any city where you walk across the street with video cameras. People are like, man, get out of the way, even though you're 30 feet away from my car. You stupid camera dude. Meh. Yo, what? Is that mushrooms? Okay, so all the women are bad. The city square is beautiful. See, that woman just walked past with a leather jacket. Bad. And they have mushrooms that I can jump on.
Oh my god.
Jerry's just not sure if it's
Albania.
a museum.
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, they also give you tzatziki sauce with your fucking bread and fries instead of butter.
No, the bunker has a bathroom. Jesus Christ, Jerry. This whole episode is just gonna be me going hubbu hubbu hubbu.
Stand on it.
Stand on it?
Stand on it.
What do you mean? You're not heavy enough. Dude, we're the same weight. We're the same weight.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna get hurt.
I haven't been on a seesaw in so fucking long.
Thank you, Palinderit. Double R.
Yep.
O.
Yep.
F.
Yep.
S.
Yep.
H.
Boom. Got it. Cool.
When we combine, for example, D with H,
Uh-huh.
it becomes the S with H, Zeta with H.
Everything kind of sounds like a sword.
In the European tree of languages, Albania is a different branch. So it doesn't share similarities with them because it's much older than the other languages.
What percent of Albanians speak English?
The young ones, yes. My generation speaks also Italian because we watched movie cartoons from the Italian TV when we were young.
So we are now on our way to the
Oh.
bunkers.
Bunk art.
That's kind of dope, bro.
Bunk art
Like
2.
bunker art number 2.
Trying to live major. Don't hate me.
So in Albania, there's around 700,000
Oh,
bunkers.
so
that
yeah,
were
they
built
just
in
went around the
Area
block and got
under
back to the front of it.
Because he was really afraid of a domestic attack and invasion happening. Some of them are atomic level, others are kind of more shelters, some are really small, some are massive. I've seen tattoo shops in bunkers. I've seen bars in bunkers, museums in bunkers.
They've got a lot of different purposes now.
Yeah, they're doing all these different things with them. So this is one of the more famous ones.
Is this the only country on the planet that could survive nuclear Armageddon? There are up to 700,000 concrete bunkers spread across Albania. That's more bunkers in one country than there are McDonald's and Starbucks in the world combined. Is Albania the
Holy
most
shit.
paranoid country on Earth, or do they know something we don't? These legions of bunkers were built
they're
under
pretty
the
safe.
communist regime of Enver Hoxha between 1967 and 1986. Fearing invasion from both Western powers and his allies, he implemented a nationwide defense strategy called bunkerization. The bunkers vary in size, and while most are small one-person pillboxes, there are also underground bunkers that could shelter hundreds. They were strategically placed in both urban and rural areas, from city centers to remote mountaintops. Since Hoxha was paranoid and kept most information secretive, the exact number of bunkers isn't known, but estimates are between 170 and 700,000. At the lowest, that's roughly one bunker for every 11 citizens. Construction consumed vast resources, and this massive project significantly impacted Albania's economy and infrastructure development. They were designed to withstand substantial military force, including tank attacks and some for nuclear strikes. However, they were never used in combat, as no invasions ever came, leaving abandoned bunkers strewn throughout the country. Today, some have been repurposed for civilian use, such as cafes,
Hamburger,
restaurants, hostels,
sandwich.
hotels, storage facilities, art galleries,
Yo, hold on. That hotel was cool as fuck. I would love to stay there.
and restaurants, hostels, and hotels.
Bro, that is the coolest hotel room I have ever seen, possibly. Look like you got your little sink over here. You got this whole big bed you could sleep on. You fit plenty of people there. This side over here. You got your stove over there, a little countertop, a wood burning stove, vents out the top. That's
hotels,
dope as
storage
hell.
facilities, art galleries, and even residential spaces. But the Albanian government has struggled
Yo.
with what to do with this vast network of bunkers. Demolition is costly and potentially harmful to the environment. As a result, most remain in place, monuments to an era of isolation and fear.
This is so different from the bunker we were just in 20 minutes ago.
This is the bunker?
I'm actually excited to see like the naval bases and all the abandoned prisons and everything that's here.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
So this entire, this whole thing is anti-atomic. How many
Oh,
anti-atomic ones were built? Less than 100?
that was just in the middle of the city?
Okay.
So you can visit each room.
Damn.
Yeah, this is where it falls.
It really makes you realize like how just not anywhere near developed we are in history as a civilization, like as mankind. This is 30 years ago, and it's still happening right now in like 25 other countries. Yeah, it's still just a weird thought. Like in America, we're like we're fine, but everywhere else in the world.
This pathway speaks mainly about the internment camps that were considered problematic for the system, and also the surveillance that was made from the Ministry of Interior.
Who were the internment camps mainly meant for?
People that spoke badly, people that were deemed wealthy, or very,
Okay.
very educated.
Anyone
What?
who's basically above like common citizen, right?
Let's say so. You have to imagine that this is an apartment, this is the neighbor's apartment, and he's spying because he's a spy.
Wow, you would have no idea. That tiny little is so cool. When Evan's not in the room, we just drill a little hole, we set up your little camera, and then when he comes back, you just do a little. He's not listening, he never pays attention.
The king of Albania at that time was removed for photography. Yeah, to diminish its importance as a historical figure.
Oh,
By the
got it.
during the communist times.
So they're doing political Photoshop.
Yeah, let's say so.
How bizarre.
A lot of people voluntarily made letters by anonymity to denounce a fellow neighbor, a fellow friend, a fellow
Oh.
colleague. Yeah,
You-
whistleblower.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why would they do that?
To be in good favor.
Okay.
Some because they really believe in the system.
Yeah.
So it was deemed important.
Yeah, these were all people sentenced to over 10 years of internment. Like 1,300 people sentenced over 10 years.
Holy shit.
To dance with you.
Oh, this is your wedding! Austin didn't tell you, Ginger, but this is actually where you guys are gonna host your wedding. Just so you know.
That would be dope as fuck. 30-year-old Albanian communist bunker wedding.
Yeah, I'm excited to marry you.
I'm getting cramps. Oh, dude, I'm getting so dizzy. Oh my god. Ginger, you have to do this.
Oh, he just slung him. Fuck it.
Oh my god. Dude, the whole room is spinning crazy right now. Wait. Oh.
Spider-Man that just learned he has powers. The bathroom's back there. He said it's behind a secret door.
Oh my god.
There's no way.
He said it's back here. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's no bathroom back here. Who's with you?
Wow. This is cool.
I think we're in a rave right now. Nice.
They're holding the door because they think that it's the only exit. Come.
Hey, W guy.
You finally found it. Good job.
I think Jerry fell again.
No way.
Yeah.
You fell?
Don't lie.
No, I really don't like these shoes. They don't have good grip.
Hey, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of the video.
Damn,
If
that
you
was the
wanna
whole
watch
video?
the extended
That was a good video, actually. Albania is dope. That is the moral of this story. This channel is dope. That is the other moral of the story. Is there more ghost stuff?